There comes a point after 50 when peace begins to feel more valuable than being liked. But the moment you protect that peace, something unsettling can happen. People who once praised you for being dependable may start calling you distant. People who relied on your patience may say you have changed. And because you spent so many years earning approval by being available, useful, calm, and easy to need, their disappointment can feel like proof that you are doing something wrong. But it may mean something very different. Sometimes the discomfort that follows a boundary is not evidence that the boundary is wrong. Sometimes it is evidence that the relationship had quietly learned to function without one. For years, you may have answered the phone even when you were exhausted. You may have agreed to plans you did not want, solved problems no one asked you to solve, or stayed silent because keeping the peace seemed more important than telling the truth. Each choice may have looked small. Yet over time, those choices can become a role. You become the reliable one. The understanding one. The person who never makes things difficult. And roles are rewarded. People thank you. They trust you. They include you. They may even admire your strength. The approval feels real because it is real. But part of it may also be connected to what you provide: access, reassurance, emotional labor, availability, and the promise that you will not ask for too much in return. Here is the first important shift. When people react negatively to your boundary, they may not be losing your kindness. They may be losing the version of your kindness that gave them unlimited access to you. That difference matters. Kindness is freely chosen. Self-erasure is not. Imagine a simple moment. Your phone lights up late in the evening. Someone wants to talk through a problem you have already helped with several times. Your body feels tired. You know that answering will cost you the quiet evening you need. In the past, you would have responded immediately. This time, you write, "I cannot talk tonight. I will check in tomorrow." The message is respectful. The boundary is small. Nothing dramatic has happened. And yet, guilt arrives almost instantly. That guilt may not be telling you that you have done something cruel. It may be an old alarm. It may be the part of you that learned, long ago, that belonging depended on being helpful, agreeable, or emotionally available. Guilt and wrongdoing are not always the same thing. You can feel guilty because you broke an old pattern, not because you violated your values. After 50, this becomes especially important. Life often begins changing the roles that once organized your identity. Children may need you differently. Work may no longer define the day. Family expectations may become more visible. Relationships that once felt automatic may begin to feel uneven. Without the old pace, you may finally notice how much of your life has been built around keeping other people comfortable. Kindness can say yes. It can also say no. It can offer care without surrendering every evening, every weekend, and every emotional reserve. It does not require you to disappear in order to prove that you are a good person. Still, the fear of losing approval can be powerful because approval may have become tied to identity. You may not simply think, "They are disappointed." You may think, "Maybe I am selfish now. Maybe I am becoming cold. Maybe I am no longer the person they believed I was." But perhaps the person they believed you were was only the part of you that was easiest for them to receive. The rest of you may have been there all along, the tired part, the private part, the part with preferences, limits, anger, dreams, and unfinished questions. Protecting your peace does not create those parts. It allows them to become visible. And visibility changes relationships. Some people will adjust. They may be surprised at first, but they will learn that your care is still present, even when your availability is not unlimited. They will ask instead of assume. They will accept a delayed response. They will respect that your time belongs to you, too. Others may resist. They may accuse you of changing because the old arrangement worked well for them. They may interpret your limits as rejection because they were accustomed to access without negotiation. They may try to restore the old version of you through guilt, silence, criticism, or disappointment. This is where the deeper inversion appears. The approval you fear losing may not have been a simple reward for who you are. Part of it may have been a reward for how little resistance you offered. That does not mean the relationship was false. It means the relationship may have been shaped by a pattern neither of you fully examined. Your boundary does not automatically end the relationship. It reveals what the relationship can survive. Can it survive your honesty and your need for rest? Can it survive a no that is not followed by a long explanation? Those questions are uncomfortable, but they are clarifying. So what can you do when protecting your peace begins to cost approval? Start by noticing the moment guilt appears. Do not obey it immediately. Ask yourself, what approval do I believe I am about to lose? Then separate disappointment from danger. Someone being unhappy with your choice does not automatically mean the relationship is ending. Their discomfort may be temporary. It may also be theirs to manage. Next, choose a small boundary you can keep without over-explaining. You might delay a reply. Decline one request. Leave an event when you are tired. Say, I am not available for that, without building a case for your innocence. The purpose is not to become rigid. The purpose is to discover that you can remain caring without abandoning yourself. Then pay attention to what happens next. Not only to what people say, but to what the relationship becomes. Healthy connection can tolerate adjustment. It can make room for two people, not one person and the role they perform. You may lose some approval. That loss can hurt. It can awaken old fears and make you question yourself. But approval is not the same as love. Approval often depends on agreement. Love, respect, and mature connection have a greater capacity to survive difference. After 50, protecting your peace may cost you the approval you spent a lifetime earning. But the approval that requires your exhaustion is already costing too much. The real question is not whether everyone will understand your boundaries. It is whether you are finally willing to understand why you need them. And perhaps peace begins there, not when no one is disappointed, but when their disappointment no longer requires you to disappear. If this helped you recognize a pattern in your own life, subscribe to Inner Life Decoded for more calm, honest reflections on the inner changes that come with age.